Hey guys, today I'm going to do a product review of something a little different. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably know that I'm an avid scuba diver. Well, a few weeks ago, I did a review of the Apple Watch Ultra, and it got the attention of this Chinese company called Smaco that makes and distributes these little scuba systems. Now, they asked me if they could send me a couple of units to test and create a video of my experience. So I told them, sure, but with a caveat that I'm going to give you my unfiltered opinion, what I like, what I don't like, and who exactly I think this product is for. Now, before I get into that, let me tell you who it's not for. If you look at Smaco's marketing stuff online, it makes it seem like it's a fun little beach toy that anyone can strap on and jump into the ocean. No. This is a full scuba setup, full stop, and requires proper training. Even in a pool, you risk serious injury and even death if you don't know what you're doing. Now, as a diver, I actually love the idea behind this product because it gives me the freedom to dive in more remote locations that otherwise I would never explore because it's not practical to drag around 50 pounds of gear. So let's take a look what comes in the box. This particular system is called the S400 Pro Mini Scuba Tank. There's an instruction manual that includes a wrench and some spare O-rings, the scuba tank itself, and the regulator. The tank is a high-quality aluminum alloy and has been tested at the factory to meet the necessary federal requirements for safety. This is indicated by the DOT stamps on the crown of the cylinder. The tank is designed for a maximum fill pressure of 3,000 psi or 200 bar, with a capacity of 1 liter. Smaco's website claims the tank will give you between 15 and 20 minutes of bottom time. Just for comparison, the world's most popular scuba tank, the Aluminum 80, has an 11.1 liter capacity. An average diver on a 40-foot dive can remain underwater for 45 minutes before needing to surface. I say average diver because there are other factors that can contribute to how long you can actually stay underwater, including your health, your experience level, and the water temperature, just to name a few. The second part of the unit is the regulator, which itself is composed of 2 parts. The part that attaches to the tank, called the first stage, and the part that you stick in your mouth and breathe with, called the second stage. There's a built-in pressure gauge at the end of a high-pressure hose that you can use to monitor your remaining air while underwater. The amount of air remaining in the tank is printed in both PSI and bar, with helpful color coding for those like me who have a hard time reading small print. To assemble the unit, carefully thread the first stage on the cylinder crown until it's flush and you cannot tighten it any further. Next, attach the second stage hose to the low-pressure swivel. To fill the tank, you have 2 options. You can either buy an expensive standalone compressor, then wait 45 minutes for it to fill, or use this fill adapter by attaching it to a full-size scuba tank, then attach the tiny tank using this quick-release fitting. Make sure to turn the valve slowly while keeping an eye on the pressure gauge. In order to get the full 3,000 psi, the tank you are filling it from has to have a starting pressure of 3,000 psi or more. But the downside is that each time you use the same tank to refill from, your capacity will always be limited to the remaining pressure in the tank. So for example, if you only have 2,000 psi in the host tank, that's all you're going to get into the tiny tank. Now, one design issue that frankly I'm more than a bit concerned about is this high pressure hose. Now, with most professional regulators, you can depressurize the high pressure hose by pressing the purge valve. But with this unit, the high pressure hose always stays pressurized at 3,000 psi, which is not great, especially when this little fitting is, well, you just have this little fitting right here, and if you drop the tank and it shears off, this thing is going to become a 3,000 psi projectile. So this thing gives me no confidence, and to be honest, I think this is a serious design flaw. So before you take the Smaco mini tank out to the ocean or a lake or a river, I highly recommend you do a test in a swimming pool. I'm here with my editor, Curtis. We're gonna do just that. We have on a 6-pound weight belt, so we're not floating to the surface. These tanks are slightly positively buoyant, but I think we're ready to try these out. What do you think, Curtis?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So that was our first dive, the bottom of a pool. What did you think?
Yeah, reefed nice.
Yeah, it was
did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, comfortable. The thing wasn't really in the way. It was a lot of fun. But I don't know, I think its biggest issue is time. We were down there, it gave us barely 10 minutes to bottom time, which makes me wonder what the use case for this is. I mean, maybe cleaning the bottom of your pool, or checking the prop on your boat, or I don't know, maybe you're snorkeling, you want to stay down a little longer to catch a lobster. Other than that, I just don't think it gives you enough time to warrant all the hassle of carrying around a big scuba tank to fill this thing up.
Yeah, it's pretty scenario specific, I think.
Yeah. So I realized that was kind of an odd product to review, but what the heck, they sent me the tanks and I wanted to try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.